This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Bill Haney here in Las Vegas. Bill, always a pleasure. It's been a minute since last week. How are you?
Listen, every time that I hear your voice, I know it's time to go to the bank. You know what I mean? Listen, you've watched your journey. You know, December the 9th can't come fast enough. You know, Devin is prepared. You know, this is something that we've been wanting to do and waiting to do, is to step up in division and step up in class. You're talking about an exciting guy, and Regis Prograis out of New Orleans, Louisiana. They call him the Prograis for a reason. He got a bunch of knockouts and he's not coming to play. But that says a lot about Devin, because we're going to Oakland where they don't play. We're going to that Bay Area. They don't play. They don't play out there. So you got to bring somebody, right? And I think Regis, we're hoping that he's healthy and at his best, because then it's going to get a chance to show how special Devin really is.
Bill, how much of a benefit has the additional £5 been to Devin in his move up to 140 now?
Well, anybody can gain weight, but it's when you gain experience. I know that fight with Vasyl Lomachenko gained a lot of experience and a lot of confidence for Devin, both as a fighter and for the team. You know what I mean? Because we really know what we do works.
Come December 9th, Regis Prograis, first fight up at 140. What do we see? What do we see from Devin we haven't seen previously?
Other than Devin putting on a performance through speed, precision, an hellacious ass whipping that he puts on his opponents. Listen, think about it. After Devin gets through fighting them, who do they fight? Do they make a big name? Do anyone make a big name off of fighting Devin? You hear fighters fight other fighters and they make their names. Regis Prograis, we're gonna put that Regis Prograis.
Devin's been convinced that he's going to produce a standout performance. He's going to really put the works on Regis Prograis come December 9th.
Shut him up. That's what I said. You know what I mean? And listen, and he's not easy. Nobody else was standing up for that task. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear nothing out of nobody. Nobody, did you hear anybody raising their hand? Was the line around the corner from Regis Prograis? Huh? No, right? Okay, so that's what I mean. So I expect for a dominant performance from Dev, and you know, it means something to us, right? That's why we geeked up for it. It really means something.
Looks towards the future, and something interesting, Devin mentioned that he'd like to, if it's not the Bay Area next, maybe fighting out in Saudi Arabia. Is that something which appeals to you as well, Bill?
Hey, listen, he picks a place, you know what I mean, and I show up and I try to get him ready. You know, the Bay that's been something that's a dream to come true, but also to go to Saudi Arabia and fight. You know, that's a big dream to come that can come true as well. You know what I mean? But first things first. I can't listen. I get my all tied up. You dig? Because there's only one thing on my mind, and that's December the 9th. That's Regis Prograis.
There's only one thing on your mind, but there's plenty of things on my mind which I have to ask you about. I asked Devin, who does he see as being his biggest fight within, whether it be 135 or 140? He says Tank Davis. Then we mentioned Saudi Arabia. Do you feel like you would need the help of those out in Saudi to be able to produce a fight like that because of the financial involvements around it?
Our biggest fight is Regis Prograis on December the 9th at the Chase Center, 2 weeks away.
Can I ask you about the recent wording around a potential fight with Keith Thurman?
Keith Thurman has been invited out to come and watch the show, right? He's someone that we have a whole lot of respect for, and we know that he's a fighter that's in the same position that we are. He's a dangerous fighter. A lot of fighters don't want to fight him. You know, so why not oblige Keith Thurman, right? But first and foremost, like I said, is December the 9th. Keith Thurman is a hell of a fighter. Come out, Keith, right? You know, and you know why? Have you heard of anybody else inviting Keith anywhere? No, exactly. So that's what we do.
You wouldn't be surprised to see that fight take place with the way that the boxing landscape is, but at the same time, do you anticipate it could be a reality, Devin only just moving up to 140 and then considering a move to 147 for that fight?
Yeah, I could see him knocking on Mario Barrios' door and saying, hey, Mr. Barrios, what's happening? You know, because he's another fighter that has moved up. And I don't know if what he's committed to doing or what's on the table for them. But you know what I mean? Beep, beep. Somebody got keys to the Jeep. right? Inshallah, Devin is victorious on December the 9th. The sky's the limit.
Bill, Shakur Stevenson recently fought. A lot of critics on the back of that performance and win. What did you make of what he showed against Dos Santos?
Well, I mean, like I've told him and I've told the world, you know, both publicly and privately, I think that Shakur is a heck of a fighter. I just think that he needs some more development. This is not something that you can take an elevator in with this boxing game. You truly got to take the stairs to get to the level that we're on and have success and stay there. I think, you know, if he takes a step back and him and his team take a look at what's going on, you know, they definitely can improve and hopefully get back to what he believes the level that he should be on.
Devin did a huddle. He said Shakur's worth is now 5%. Spoke to him one-on-one. He then said it's 3%. Within the space of 5 minutes, he dropped again. What do you think Shakur's value would hold in a potential fight with Devin?
You know, I'm not interested in Shakur Stevenson. I'm not interested in going down that whole negotiating when we put something on the table, and he chose not to continue to negotiate. He chose to go to the press. So I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole personally. But you know, for Devin, I'll put the world on my back. If he said, you know, at a snap of the fingers, you know what I mean, I'd be back negotiating with that guy that really doesn't want to fight Dev at all.
There's one fight I want to talk to you about, and that's Teofimo Lopez. It's a fight which has been built up for a while, but haven't crossed paths yet. Yourself and Senior have exchanged a few words at different events. When Josh Taylor lost to Teofimo in New York, you were there on a bit of a scouting mission. Next year, could it finally happen, Devin and Teofimo, and what would be a unification bout?
The ultimate grudge match between the Lopez family and the Haney. Listen, let me tell you, I'm concentrating on December the 9th, right? But if Teofimo walked in this gym right now, I don't know what would happen. And that's senior or junior, you know what I mean? So, like I said, December the 9th, you keep bringing up all these people and you get me unfocused. You're trying to tie me up on my words. December the 9th, Haney versus Regis Prograis is going to be a barn burner. And after that, on December the 10th, I'll answer all your questions, I promise.
I promise you I'm going to hold you to that word then, Bill. I'll drop you a message on December 10th to follow up on that. Just one fight, or a couple of fights I want to get your thoughts on before I let you go. Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards the week after Devin fights. What are your thoughts on that fight?
You know, Bam Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards, they're both names that have been around for quite some time. I've been hearing their names, and you know, in their work and being a big fan of just boxing in general. You know, let me see the guys, you know, get down. Let me see them get down. I don't know enough about them to pass judgment. I know they're quality, solid names, but I don't know enough about them, and that doesn't say anything about them. It just says where I'm concentrating in the Devin Haney business.
We mentioned Saudi Arabia earlier on. They have a brilliant card on December 23rd, and they've announced the Fury-Usyk undisputed bout next year as well. Devin said he might travel over for the December 23rd card. Just your thoughts on Anthony Joshua and Otto-Wallin fight?
Oh, listen. You know, I'm a big fan of Team Joshua, you know what I mean? Also Team Wilder and all the other heavyweights that's on there. Like I said, I'm a fan of boxing, you know, so to see those teams and to see them up there and actually get a payday on a big stage and the people of Saudi Arabia get a chance to see a quality fight, some guys that's been putting it in for a lifetime of work. You know, it's great. It's just a great time of boxing. You know, and any new players that come in, you know what I mean, is always good.
One interesting point to get your thoughts on, Anthony Joshua's teamed up with Ben Davison, somebody who, to my knowledge, still works with Devin over in the UK. Your thoughts on that link-up? Oh,
man, listen, Ben is always, you know, he's an asset to the team from the day one, from the day we started working together, and whether he's here or there, you know what I mean? We still work closely. You know, he's always sending over some fight film, or he's always calling in with a particular critique, you know what I mean? So I value Ben's eye, even from a distance, you know what I mean? So shout out Ben Davison, keep doing your thing. And I think he got somebody else that he's working with right now too, right?
He's got a number of fighters that he's working with, but with him linking up with Anthony Joshua, what do you feel like he can bring to Anthony Joshua?
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's got a lot of guys, because I just saw somebody else that he's working with, but he knows what he brings. He's gonna bring them. He's gonna bring that stuff over there with him. So you know, expect big things for him, man. And I couldn't be more happier for him for landing a gig with Anthony Joshua as well. So will they be teaming up, him and Derek James?
From what had been reported, it's going to be Ben Davison working with Anthony Joshua for the Otto-Wallin fight on December 23rd, and then AJ may revisit his working relationship with Derek James beyond that.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, you know what I mean? Listen, AJ is big. You know what I mean? He's bigger than life in this boxing world. So, you know, he's able to, you know, make adjustments in terms of his coaches and stuff like that, you know.
And just a final one, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, undisputed heavyweight crown. You've had an undisputed son. You know plenty about the undisputed championship of the world. What are your thoughts on that heavyweight bout?
You know what, Usyk, I met Usyk before, and he was extremely nice to me, man. He was, you know what I mean? He's a professional. You know what I mean? And like I don't know. I tend to want to lean towards Usyk just because of, you know, everything that how hard he's worked, and you know what I mean. Just he's really dedicated to the sport. You know what I mean? And to him to get a shot at the big stage and to win and to see what he's going to do from there, because I think, and you know, not that I'm going against Fury, because that's an incredible story within itself as well. But I believe that Fury, if he wins, he'll retire. And I think if Usyk wins, we're going to have some more big fights on the table.
Bill, December 9th, final message to Regis Prograis.
Regis, it's only 2 more weeks.
Bill, thank you and good luck with the remainder of camp.
Thank you.